Hi, this is Siraj, your host, Unleashing Talent. Today we would be talking about the foundational leadership skills for anyone who is very new to the leader's position or has recently become manager, or maybe a couple of years back you become manager and you're struggling to lead your team and understand some of the nuances. This podcast would be helpful for you as a new leader, as a new manager, and this will set a foundation for you to be successful in leading your team, leading your organization, and leading yourself. So, what are we going to talk today? We are going to talk about what are some of the critical components of becoming successful as a first-time leader. And a first-time leader looks pretty awkward. So the foundational leadership skills. So when you are promoted to a position where you are responsible for people, you own a part of the organization, you are responsible for a business, you are responsible for revenue, you are responsible for performance, you are responsible for delivery, you are responsible for operations. Suddenly you see a sea of change happening, right? And you undergo a change process yourself, and you are responsible for the delivery head or the operation head, and you are responsible for executing organizational policies and procedures and making decisions, taking decisions, employee performance feedback, and so on and so forth. So first of all, I want you to understand that the situation for you has changed, which is good. Congratulations. Now the next question is, how do you cope up with this change? Or how do you be successful and effective in this change? And many have been effective, and they have gone all the way up to the very, very senior position. And why not you? Why can't you? So my thoughts would be for any leader who's new to the position to first of all understand organizational values and vision. Very, very important. The second important element is to understand your organization in general, and that means what the organization does, what is the product line, what is the operation, how the operation happens, the delivery, who the customers are, and the processes, the tools, the systems, and so on and so forth. It's absolutely important to understand the organization. The third important element is to understand who are the senior leaders responsible for businesses and the functional heads, and also understand organizational goals, organizational revenue goals, organizational business goals, organizational people goals. That's number 3. Number 4, you have to clearly understand the goal for you and for your team, and your ability to distribute those goals to your team and persuade them, convince them, bring them to the level where they partner with you and they own the organizational goal that is given to you and to your team. So that's very important. The next thing very important is to understand your team. And when I say understanding your team, it is understanding each member of the team. And what is it that you understand about the team? You understand who has what strengths, who has what capabilities, who has what level of knowledge and stuff like that. And why is it important? That would help you bring forth the best in them and position them accordingly to your project. So that's very, very important. Now the next important element is your ability to coach them, mentor them whenever they need your help and whenever they need your support and your help. So that is very, very important. We do a detailed webinar on leaders coaching skills and so on and so forth. The last in my mind is taking care of yourself. There could be many other aspects that we could discuss, but for now I would close on towards the end, taking care of yourself and maintaining a great temperament and having a lot of patience and having a thinking mind, having start developing a strategic mindset, start developing growth mindset, and do take care of your own development, your learning, your education, and target learning for each quarter for yourself. And I think the first initial couple of years or 3, it will be very nice if you could log some of your observation, log some of your learning, document it somewhere, because that is how you would remember what your goals are and how you're accomplishing those goals. Also, last but not the least, when I say taking care of yourself, for your personal life, it's very important for you to remain healthy and do not work smart, I would say, right? So that's very important. And remain happy, and to be happy, it's very important that you don't miss deadlines and you have a goal and you know how to accomplish those goals and you have those tasks and stuff like that. So to conclude, I did talk about the foundational leadership requires you to understand the organization, understand organizational strategies, business strategies, understand organizational values and visions, understand organizational policies, processes, understand the organizational leaders, and or understand the organizational functional and vertical goals. Also look at what your goals are and how you would distribute it to your people. Understanding your team is extremely important, and then carrying yourself through well is very important, and continue to learn yourself and continue to develop your team. I hope this small talk on foundational leadership might be helpful for you. Thanks for your time. Hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast. Please do join us or explore our other podcasts. Thank you so much.